Hey, what's up guys? So this is gonna be my first time playing Halo Firefight King of the Hill. This is the actual game type. I'm not doing custom game this time. So I'm still gonna go through a couple of maps. This isn't gonna be every video on the channel, but I wanted to check out some maps in Firefight King of the Hill that is provided by 343 itself. So I think this is gonna be a different experience. I want to see, whether there are any blind spots in 343's game type, because I've noticed recently that in multiplayer there are a lot of either AFK players or either players that may be botting so they can get EXP or something. And I just wonder if that is going to be the case with Firefights in multiplayer, because if that really is the case, then it's going to ruin the Firefight experience. And this is coming from the guy that has been playing Firefight since it came out in Halo Reach. So not multiplayer, but I still understand Firefight as a game type, and I think I probably spend more time in Firefight than I guess some other people, although I never played Halo 5 Firefight. So yeah, so game is loading up here. Very quick queue times, and as someone that comes from Asia, that doesn't happen a lot. I usually have to queue up for like a couple of minutes just to get one game, and it sort of sucks that most of the games I get into is filled with players that I don't know. I guess they are playing the game. Even though some of them were just AFKs and others were, I don't know. How do you even explain this? Like, you know those players that can barely shoot anything. I don't want to say they suck or anything, because it's just a game. But I mean, anyways, okay. So it seems like this game type is Firefight. What's this? King of the Hill, and it's something that I've never really thought about in the past. I always saw Firefight as more of a what would you call it? Campaign mode or Slayer mode, where you just have to kill enemies and that's it, right? So okay, first round here, it's pretty chill. I'm not playing heroic Firefight, I'm just playing the normal game type. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like that they are using a multiplayer map. I feel like there are a couple more maps that they could have used. I know House of the Reckoning is in Firefight. I feel like it should be more of those maps instead of this straight up multiplayer map, because I feel like this wasn't necessarily made for campaign, and it also wasn't necessarily made for Firefight. But we'll see. We are still very early into the game here. Okay, I think, yeah, this is pretty fun. I've been playing a lot of Firefights on my channel, and if I'm not wrong, they might have actually increased the damage here for the players. I don't remember Firefight being this easy on custom gamer, but it also could just be because I have teammates, so that must be a big help here. Okay, we got our first boss here, so that is a Jackal sniper boss. And yeah, so making very quick progress on the maps here. I would say this is pretty fun. I know I've been rambling on and complaining about some stuff, but this is what Firefight is about, right? You just want to chill and play this game, and you'll notice that I haven't actually died yet, so it's not very sweaty. I think when I started this channel, I did a couple of Halo multiplayer videos, and you can tell I was fucking angry in them, because I think the first video or the first multiplayer video I did, I had a lot of levers. I was also the MVP, and I ended up still losing the game because you know I thought about a player issue in the beginning, and you know I don't see the same thing with this game type, right? This firefight game type. That's what makes this special. It's just so chill that you can just just chill out, right? You don't have to be sweaty. You know, I mean I don't mean to be sweaty. I'm just like that, right? I just have to try very hard to win the game. I guess that's just my personality. But in this game type, I'm very chill, and you know I guess my teammates are not that bad here. Yeah, they're not that bad. Maybe I might have a little bit too high of a standard for my teammates. I know this is just a game, but yeah. Um, I I don't really like this King of the Hill game type though. I feel like, you know, in the earlier Firefight versions, you would have to sort of find your own hiding place, and that made it more fun because you can actually stack up enemies. It's probably not gonna be the case here because yeah, they're gonna fight you, but you'll notice that most of these areas in this map, anyways, it's just an open area. There's not much ways to hide, and I don't really like that. So I think that's just one downside here, and obviously 343 is not gonna make perfect things. I think we tend to want perfect from 343, but yeah, we're not gonna get perfect here, unfortunately. So I kind of wish they didn't implement King of the Hill, but it's also possible that they wanted to change the game type up, right? So we have never really seen a King of the Hill firefight in the past. If I recall, it's not necessarily a campaign experience. Yeah, so that's just all I have to say about that. Okay. So, you know, what do you guys think? Have you guys played Halo Firefights? Do you guys even like the game type? I think you guys probably like the game type. I think I have garnered a incredible amount of views somehow. I know 500 doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot to me. And I think that just shows the interest in Firefight. So yeah, are you guys interested? Do you guys like this game type? Would you guys have rather they just stuck to the old Firefight game type, you know, the game type that we often see in custom games? Or do you actually prefer this game type? I think, you know what, I don't really think a lot of people are going to prefer this game type. But you know, you guys should definitely try to comment there. So it looks like we have 5 rounds of Firefight, and you know, this is just the second round. I feel like it might be a little bit too easy. That's my point at this point. Let me see here. I don't really think they changed up the map enough. It just feels like they plopped down a firefight map in this, or rather a firefight game type in this map, right? They didn't really change up this map. They didn't really put in any accessible covers. They didn't put in any extra weapons. You know, even in the firefight maps that the forgers made, they would have just crates and crates of ammo here. You will have the gun boxes, but that's just not the case here, and I'm just a little bit disappointed at this point, you know. Okay. The enemy spawns, I would say at this point, is pretty slow. It might just be for this map. And okay, so the game time has been running for 8 minutes now. I don't... Yeah, I think this might be a little bit too long for Firefight. So just estimating here, this is going to be a 25-minute game type, and I know in the past 25 minutes was the average firefight mode, but I feel like, okay, it's actually picking up here, but I feel like if it's gonna be 25 minutes, right, the map better be pretty interesting. This is already a map that we have seen a lot of times, and you know what, I haven't seen them spawn any vehicles yet, so I wonder if there's a limitation with the firefight game type, because we have also seen the same thing with Fort Firefight, which kind of means that, well, I don't know if it means that they can't spawn it or they just haven't spawned it yet. So we'll still wait up on that. But yeah, let me try to get some other weapons here. I've been playing with that bandit for a pretty long while now. You know, you get what I mean, right? That there just isn't a lot of interesting things with this map, and it strikes me as very weird for them to just plop down a random game type in, or like a firefight game type in a map that we have already known. It seems kind of lazy, you know. And I know 343's culture isn't necessarily that good, and I know I said I probably shouldn't shit on 343. Some of this is probably due to some of the higher ups, right? But I mean, come on, it's kind of lazy. You know, I've seen forgers do a lot more work than 343 did, and you know, the forgers are unpaid content creators, you know, and I don't know. It's so easy to shit on 343, you know, like they make it easy for you, and that's just really unfortunate. Oop. Okay. Oh shit! I did not see this, guys. Oh, they're spawning a lot on the road. So we got another boss here. This is a elite boss. Oh, I think we're running out of lives here. Uh-oh. Okay, he's down. So I think some people might have some problems with the difficulty of the enemies. I think because I've been a huge campaign player for a long time, I probably don't have the same issues, but yeah, I think, you know, maybe adding a non heroic or legendary mode was a smart thing by 343. So that was a good thing. Oh, we also have a repair field here. I wonder what that is. So we have seen the repair field thing in, what would you call it, Halo Wars 2 and Halo Wars, because those are RTS games. And it looks like they try to bring the same mechanic into Halo Infinite. We'll see how that works out in multiplayer. I haven't touched multiplayer since they launched Firefight, so we'll see what it actually does. And I haven't read up on the patch notes. I wonder if they added a couple more maps. You know, I wouldn't know, because in the first map I played in the Firefight update, okay, was a map that we have already seen.
I'm in a meth lab every day, and I'm fucking getting ready to take over the world.
Wait,
I got a little Goodwin Shente in me as well, so we got both.
Everyone's got a little Goodwin in them.
Everyone's got a little Goodwin. 115 people here in 30 seconds, guys. That is
my bad. I was playing a podcast on that. I turned that down, so sorry about that. That scared the shit out of me. Okay, so we are capturing this point right now, and looks like we got a couple of ammo boxes. That's just all they added, I feel like. They didn't add any vehicles or any enemy vehicles. I don't know. It kind of sucks. I mean, come on guys, add something. I hate to say this, but I would probably have had a better experience in some Forge maps, not gonna lie. Oh shit, I might actually die here. I don't really want to die because I don't know if I can get revived, or I don't know if there are spawns here. I don't know where that counter is, because I've heard that apparently there are a couple of live counters in Firefight, but I don't see that here, right? So I don't know about that. And yes, the enemies do try to take over the hill here. And you see my problem, right? Some people just don't stand in the hill a lot. I don't know why. Okay, I think I got it now. I think my problem with this game type is that it's too dependent on the players to play the objective, right? I feel like, you know, Firefight is more of just killing enemies and not necessarily, you know, giving a thought, right? You're just sort of taking a break and killing enemies. But when you add this sort of Firefight game, this King of the Hill game type, it just makes it so that you actually have to think about the hill. You can't just, you know, run around and kill aimlessly, which is what Firefight is all about. And that's just my problem with it. I'm sure, you know, there are some players that don't want to play the objective because that's what Firefight is for them. And I think that's fine. And yeah, that's just sort of my gripe about this King of the Hill Firefight game type. But let's see, what else, you know, what other game type could they have incorporated? I'm not sure, right? Because the original Firefight game type was just a Slayer game mode for bots. So you can't actually, or you can't necessarily add a black game type, because if you do that, you have to make the enemies way too aggressive. And I don't know what other game types are there, to be honest. So King of the Hill makes sense that they added this because there are no other game types they could have incorporated in Firefight. But yes, my points on some of my gripes still stand. It requires the player to stand in the hill, right? And you can see that sometimes it does get boring because you can't really seek out enemies. And I think most of the points here, once again, not a lot of cover, right? It's not some stronghold or anything, which I feel like that's what Firefight is about, so. God damn, this is gnarly, huh? Oop. Ow. Okay, I kind of want a pistol here. I wonder if it's stock here. Okay. Oh, yeah, pistol here. I think it's gonna be better than the disruptor there. I need some ammo for this though. I run out of ammo very quick in this. Oh my god. Oh, I'm dead. So, first death there in about 17 minutes. And yeah, the enemies do get hard when they swarm you like that, so. Oh, I'm also out of lives. Okay, I just spawned here. And that's it. So that was about a 17-minute game type. So that's my first experience with Halo Firefight. I will do more. I think just the other maps if I get in them. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.